Welcome back to our Oklahoman studio for another edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. I'm Kelly Kroll, your host, and of course joining us later will be Brian Davis, Chris Silva, and Mike Steely. But right now, beside me, two of my broadcast partners, Grant Long, Matt Pinto. Guys, first of all, your initial impressions on the start of the season.
Well, the Heat won't go undefeated. That's one impression. The other is that the Thunder are a quality basketball team. Quality teams in this league have the ability to ratchet it up from an intensity standpoint and an execution standpoint with the game in the balance. Exactly what they did against the Bulls at both ends of the floor. Closed strong, mighty impressive way to start the campaign.
I agree. I was impressed with that also, but I'm going to take another turn and say Scott Brooks did some things to me that was very impressive. Tried some different lineup combinations, got Daquan Cook some limited time or extended time on the floor. Also was cognizant of the fact that Thabo Sefolosha and Nenad Kristic are not in regular season form, so he got some guys in and a substitution for there. So I like the fact that he reached out there and tried some different combinations early.
Absolutely. An exciting night all around, of course, from Thunder Alley to inside the arena. A crowd of more than 18,000 fans sporting their Thunder Blue came out to support their team on opening night, helping, of course, create quite an electric atmosphere.
I want to see Kevin Durant.
I'm really excited to see Russell Westbrook.
Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, it's going down. Thunder 2010, woo!
I have been waiting for this day since the last game of the playoffs.
Very excited about the beginning of the season.
We're going to stomp the Bulls. This is my first game, so it's a season opener.
Hey, Thunder fans, how we doing?
You come down here and you register your name 2 hours before game time, and the first 25 people that get their name drawn out of the bin receive 2 complimentary tickets to the game tonight.
First winner is Phyllis Hall. Phyllis Hall.
We're excited. We are so excited. I couldn't even sleep last night.
We love Oklahoma City Thunder.
A great way to kick things off outside as well as inside. You know, we go to the game now and contributions all around from all the guys on the team, but a few or one in particular who was all over the boards, also doing everything he could, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, there aren't many guys in the league that you can look at and say he's a walking triple-double threat every night. Russell Westbrook certainly fills that bill, and he scores 28 points on 15 shots from the floor, Grant. Very efficient initial effort. His energy, his ability to go get loose balls, deciding factors in a tight game.
At the point guard position, I say there might be 3 guys that can do what Russell Westbrook was able to do last night. One particular play, got the rebound, went coast to coast, and dunked it right down the middle. That's Russell Westbrook at his best. High energy, pushing the ball up the floor. And I like the fact that Derrick Rose having a very good game in the first quarter. Russell Westbrook took matters into his own hands. The primary reason Derrick Rose was relegated to the bench, Russell Westbrook started driving the ball to the basket, picked up those 2 fouls early on him. Derrick Rose goes out.
Yeah, it certainly was a fun matchup to watch. But also, another guy I want to ask both of you about, Kevin Durant was asked a number of times, you know, what would happen as the added attention comes to him this season, specifically some double teams we even saw last night. And what did you guys hear from him about that?
Well, I think Kevin's going to see more and more double teams. He saw a lot of them last year, but this is a guy, every time he takes the floor, he has to expect a double team. So when he gets those opportunities, he's got to be able to pass the ball, find open teammates. You saw right there, Nenad Kristic open. He's working in conjunction with his teammates to get to those open areas, and they've got to be able to see the double team develop and make themselves available.
The other fun thing in the evolution of Kevin as a player in this team offensively, Grant, to me is going to be how does Scott position him on the floor to negate the prospect of double teams. In Dallas, for example, with Dirk Nowitzki, opposing teams always have him between their crosshairs on the defensive end of the floor with their game plan. They move him to the middle of the floor a lot, off the elbows, at the foul line area. And Kevin, you see that creeping into his game more frequently.
Absolutely. That's an area on that free throw line area. It's tough to double team from there because you can see it coming and make the quick pass. Also, with Kevin's size and his length, it's like a post-up at that free throw line area. He can turn around and shoot over most defenders.
And I think all the guys will tell you this stuff offensively only comes because of their defensive stance. And of course, that's the way the Thunder style, and they open it up with a win this season. Brian Davis, in fact, spent some time with one of the key contributors as the Thunder D's it up at home.
Derek slicing left to the baseline in deep layup, rejected by Ibaka. Durant the loose ball. Serge has 4 blocks. Kevin up the middle, off the left wing, Cephalosha. Touch passes to Westbrook. 2-hand slam dunk.
Gotta love that ball movement. Welcome back, everyone. You know, 11 steals and 10 block shots were also a couple keys that helped the Thunder lock up an opening night win. And one of those players leading the defensive charge was Thabo Cephalosha. And joining him with a one-on-one, our very own Brian Davis.
Thabo Cephalosha tied a career high with 4 block shots in the opener, and I guess in the end it was kind of signature Thunder basketball. Defense, shot blocking, leading to enough space for the offense to get the job done, right?
Exactly. I think we turned it up on the defense in the fourth quarter. We played great throughout the whole game. I think the energy was good, and everybody chipped in and gave their best.
There was almost a period where I felt like watching Kevin going back to the third quarter when he had a couple of steals late, and then that sequence where you had those 2 big blocks.
There's Thabo again.
This team was playing a little bit angry.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd got us, going and everything. And first game of the year, we really wanted to start the year, on a positive note. So I think that what everybody going. So
How important is it to win a game like this, where the offense is not coming easily, but still you find in the end a way to win?
I think that's what we have to do throughout the whole year, because the offense it kind of come and go. So we definitely got to rely on our defense, and that was what we did tonight. And I think if we play like that, we're gonna be okay.
Right back to Westbrook. Kabam!
These tight games that could go either way, and you're in a kind of a grinded out situation. There have been times in the past when it was tough for this team to win these games. So how important is it to win the very first game of the season in this fashion?
It's big, Of course, it's just 1 out of 82, and we'll see how it goes. But that definitely gives us confidence, and especially winning it this way with the defense, I think that's big for us.
I don't recall a game where a player that scored 1 point, a single point, had the impact that Thabo Cephalosha did against the Bulls. But on the defensive end of the floor, he was magnificent with a pair of steals, 4 block shots, 4 rebounds, and by example, he guided the Thunder to an absolute lockdown of the Bulls in the fourth quarter, only 25% field goal shooting and 13 points allowed. He's the leader on the defensive end of the floor by example, and this team follows his example, Grant, in unison, it seems.
Well, exactly what you talked about. Leads by example. It's very contagious when Thabo's on the floor defensively for everybody else to get in. Kevin Durant, 3 steals there in the third quarter, all a part of being associated with Thabo Cephalosha and his defensive-minded presence on the floor makes everybody else accountable on the defensive end.
And another team out there that we, of course, do not want to forget about, with a new mix of fresh and familiar faces, the Thunder Girls are ready to energize fans for another season. The team will be bringing some extra flair and precision this season as new manager Carmen Butler takes over the squad.
Okay, I'm ready. Thanks. A workout with Carmen. It's pretty intense.
Focused, tough stuff. Very professional. Efficient. It's like pizzazz and sweat and fun all wrapped into one.
I think you're a little stiffer on this one.
Carmen's no-nonsense approach stems from her 3 years as a member of the renowned Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Carmen pulls from that experience as she leads and motivates her team.
I want to always inspire them to be great, think great, never settle for second, and always challenge themselves. I think that's my background.
That background also includes 13 years as a special education teacher. And just as she did in that field, Carmen works to mold the young women that make up the Thunder Girls.
She has our best interest in mind. She might be, give me all you got, diva on the floor, but behind closed doors that she cares about you.
At the end of the week, she will end practice with a motivational quote. It makes you forget about whatever you did that was bad or wrong, or just helps you forget about the tough part of it, and it's just always ends everything on a happy note.
The way she reads the quotes, She reads them in this voice.
I think sometimes with quotes, if you do it in a monotone voice, it doesn't come off as well as if you add personality to it.
Sometimes it's a funny voice, sometimes it's a serious voice. It's like if a serious voice and a funny voice had a baby.
The best is yet to come, and I'm excited. And I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm gonna keep pushing with a smile on my face and let them know, give them that great constructive criticism, but also let them know how much I care about them as women.
A lot of hard work goes into those routines, and of course, they'll be with us, keeping us excited and into the game all season. So this past week, the Thunder were gearing up, of course, for the fans for the start of the season, bringing them up close and personal with a couple of their favorite players and creating some lasting memories.
You might as well go ahead and dunk that. Come on, fella. There you go, this side. Good job.
They're dedicated fans, and we really appreciate them for what they do for us as as fans and us as a team. So we try to come out there and play as hard as we can for them, and things like this I really enjoy coming to see everybody.
Left hand, left hand.
They support us throughout the year. Each and every game they come out and cheer us on, and it's very important for us to come out and show our support and show that we care.
Okay, let's do it. Come on.
Man, kids are so funny, and just to walk up to them, talk to them, and that's the best part for me. So I always have fun when I come out and do things like this.
Thunder on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thunder!
All right, we go on the beat now with Thunder.NBA.com's Chris Silva, and a guy that we haven't gotten to see much of, Chris, but a very integral part of this team is Nenad Kristić. Can you talk a little bit about what Coach Brooks is saying in terms of how important he is for this team?
Yeah, well, Scott did say that he liked what he saw from Nenad in the first game, and really we have to keep in mind that Nenad went basically almost 6 weeks without a basketball in his hand as he recovered from that finger injury. And we spoke to Nenad afterwards, after the first game, and he did say, these first 2 weeks of the regular season are kind of like his training camp.
And obviously, that being said, he's had to come up with quite a few adjustments as he hits the court with the NBA, because we did see him this summer, but he was playing with a different team, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. And Nenad did spend almost the entire summer with the Serbian national team. And not only is he getting used to playing with his fingers taped, but he's also, you have to keep in mind in the summer, he played under different rules with FIBA. He played a different role for his Serbian national team, and he played with a different basketball. So he's really just completely readjusting himself to the NBA game this week.
And something we hear all the time from Coach Brooks, how important defense is. One of the main contributors on that side of the ball is, of course, Thabo Sefolosha. I know you talked to him a little bit.
Yeah, I spoke to Thabo after the first game against Chicago, and he said that, for about the 11-minute stretch that he was on the bench in the second half, he was actively engaged in the game still, and just trying to figure out where he could make an impact when he got back into that game. And I think it was right under the 5-minute mark. He went in for James Harden, and we saw almost instantly the type of impact he made with a couple block shots and steals. So, Thabo's a guy who always comes prepared.
Thanks a lot, Chris. We appreciate it. And joining us now, Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Brian Burns. And Brian, I'm always getting friends coming up to me asking me how they can best get tickets. And I hear there's a new, pretty fun way to do that.
Well, it's no secret that people are more comfortable buying things online today, and we're seeing the same migration with ticket sales. One of the best ways to buy tickets now is at Thunder.NBA.com. So what we ask people to do is when you get to the website is you click on the ticket tab and you follow the navigation to a schedule of games. And then you select the game that you're looking at, and it'll bring you immediately to a seating chart of the Oklahoma City Arena. And as you see, the color coding tells you what's available and sections that are not available. It really helps to draw you to the areas where the best seats are available. So when you get into the seating sections, you can literally scroll through the entire arena. And much like you're buying tickets on an airline now, you can see specific seats, specific rows, and as you hover over the seat, you can see the particular price. There's another feature that allows you to actually set your budget, and you say, I'm only interested in $20 tickets. So you can put the variable together, and it'll only show you those seats. So it's a very interactive, very intuitive model, and our friends at Ticketmaster have created a great tool to make it very easy for fans, and we think it's an enhanced experience to buy tickets.
Yeah, I think even my grandma could do that.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. It really is. Fans, I think, leave Oklahoma City Arena, Brian, totally enthralled with not just what the team's doing on the floor, but the entire experience, and your focus is so generated in that area. Can you talk just a little bit about that?
Well, we think that our obligation as an organization is to create the best environment for our players to be successful. And so we know a loud building and it's full every night and it's fun is really the experience to give our players the boost that they need to get after it every night. So whether it's the Rumble skits or it's enhanced video with our beautiful new scoreboard that we put in last year, we hired a new dance team director who had experience with the Dallas Cowboys. So we're adding new managers and new experiences that really create the best environment for our fans. Maybe the thing that we're most proud of is we have over 25 kids every night that form our Storm Chasers promotional crew. And they're out on the concourse every night greeting fans as they come into the arena. They're patting kids on the head. They're taking photos with families. And those are priceless memories. You think about somebody at the game that it may be their first experience at the NBA and they're getting greeted by our organization. They're taking photos with our performers. Those are priceless memories that we think really help to build what is the Thunder experience.
And it ensures you they'll be back.
We want them to come back and have a lot of fun. That's exactly right. So we think we're building a great culture.
Absolutely. I think it's so much fun. Sometimes I find it hard to do my job there on the court. I'm having so much fun watching what you guys put on. It's a great show.
Well, we hope it's not a distraction, but we hope it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, Brian. And after the break, it's time for the unique contribution of Mike Steely as he takes us behind the scenes to prepare for another exciting season of Thunder basketball.
You can help me out, including this guy right here.
Welcome back, everyone. After Detroit, the Thunder will face the Utah Jazz, led by Deron Williams, and an off-season acquisition in Al Jefferson. And then it's a two-game West Coast swing Wednesday versus Blake Griffin and the Clippers, followed by a Thursday divisional matchup in Portland against Brandon Roy and the Blazers. Watch and win, Thunder fans. We have an opportunity for you to hit the road to see your favorite Thunder take on the Magic in Orlando, or a chance to win tickets to an upcoming game. It's our Watch and Win contest. Go to thunder.nba.com and enter the code 7596 for your chance to win. Well, since the beginning of NBA Cares, organizations and players have dedicated more than 1.4 million hours of their time doing their part in the community. And this week, Morris Peterson and Nick Collison helped contribute to the Thunder's commitment in the community when they spent some time with some special needs children.
Let's go find your teddy bear. Every child is important. You know, these kids, it's just because they might be going through something don't mean they can't have a great life and a great day. It's just about coming in and doing what we can for them and having a great time.
What's your name? What is it? Are you shy?
To have an opportunity that people want you to come out, they feel like it helps the kids in some way. It means a lot to us, and just extremely fortunate to be able to help some kids out and help these people with their jobs.
SpongeBob, huh?
I think I got a new favorite song now. Popcorn, it's making me hungry. Well, I think I learned how to make popcorn a little better, and I learned the chicken dance. I will not do the chicken dance again for you, but I have fun.
Give a five. It shows that people like those basketball players from the Thunder organization care. They care about the Oklahoma City community, they care about kids, and they care about kids of all abilities.
I couldn't get Morris to do the chicken dance again, but both of those guys were just so good. A very special day. And you know what? There's a great deal of time and effort that goes into creating a fun and entertaining atmosphere that is Thunder basketball. This week, Mike Steely takes us behind the scenes of game day preparation and helps welcome fans back for another thrilling season of Thunder basketball.
All right, we've got to see how everybody gets ready for the game. Opening night, I don't know what I need to do, but I do know there's some experts around here that can help me out, including this guy right here. It's the locker room of Rumble the Bison, the NBA's best mascot. Rumble's ready for opening night. Rumble, this is what you do. What else do you do to get ready on opening night? Oh, drop and give me a few push-ups. Look at that. Very nice. Me? 1, 2, 3. Opening night. It's not always your best night. You know what I mean? Thank you, Rumble. What do you do to get ready for opening night?
A lot of sleep, A lot of rest because I got to cheer, lose the voice, got to get a little tea in there, ready to rock and roll.
Jim, how do you get ready for opening night? Are there vocal exercises?
Me, Jeff Green. On the way to the arena, I drink green tea with honey and lemon, and I usually sing with popular music. Now, no Justin Bieber, because we need to keep that quote-unquote voice of God thing going on.
And no offense, but I'm not sure that right now you're capable of pulling off Bieber's hairstyle.
No, and I never will.
Well, I'm certainly going to be the most photogenic person in this shot, I'm sure. All of Oklahoma City wants to know, are you ladies taken?
Oh, we're absolutely taken. Of course we are.
By who? Oh my, you got to be kidding me. Zap! Zap's got the touch. Oh man, they're done. And the last one here. I gotta hurry. Game time.
What did you guys have to do to get ready for opening night?
Forget about that. I want to get Steely in the gym. Come on, Grant. You got to get him in the gym.
After seeing those outtakes, I'm leading the charge to nominate Mike Steely gets his own reality show.
He's funny guy.
Very funny.
He's funnier than he looks, isn't he?
I would say so.
Yeah.
What? Any vocal? Nothing?
No, just do my best to rest my voice a little bit during the course of that day, which is not easy with a 2-year-old at home.
I'm resting my body. Forget my voice. I'm resting my body.
You're resting your body. Mentally preparing, in other words.
Exactly.
Of course. Thanks a lot, guys.
Right.
Thanks, everyone, for being with us here in the Oklahoman studio for another edition of Thunder Insider presented by Integris Health. And, of course, for all your Thunder action, keep up with Fox Sports Oklahoma and WWLS, the sports animal.